What's up guys, it's Wombat, and today we're gonna be doing something a little different. I've had an idea for something like this for a while now, but this is the first time I've ever actually done it. So this is gonna be like a new series of videos that I'm gonna do called spicy Beyblade combos, and in each video I'm gonna highlight a certain combo. It can be from any format or any system, but and I'm gonna explain, I guess, how it works, how to use it, how its matchups are, what it's good against, and it's just gonna be like interesting combos or combos that I like, or they're not gonna be like the normal, I guess, Hell Salamander Zero Bump Atomic or Drain Fafnir Polish Atomic or other combos, which is just normal combos, which is where the spicy part comes from. But I don't know. So up first, just because August is gonna be MFB Remembrance Month, we're gonna start things off with a MFB Limited combo because Limited is my favorite format. So the combo we're gonna be looking at is kind of like, it's an attack stamina hybrid, and it is Vulcan Horuseus 100 metal flat. So let's start with a parts overview first and explain why I chose all of these parts. First of all, I do have a metal face on this combo. It's the Horuseus metal face from the video game. Objectively, metal face light, which is the one with the ring on the outside, the metal ring on the outside, is probably a better choice for this combo. I only use this because I also use the Horuseus clear wheel and it matches up. That's literally the only reason. But yeah, metal face light. You can also use it without one if you'd like, or with metal face light's probably the best though. Vulcan is the metal wheel I've chosen. It's for limited. It is it's decently heavy. I think it's about 34 point something grams. It has quite a bit of attack. It doesn't hit as hard as, I guess, Y-Bang. It's not as explosive as Y-Bang or Lightning or what else is good for attack? Or Pegasus, but it's got a lot lower recoil, and it has a lot of outward weight distribution. If you see, these wings are almost like completely filled in. So a lot of the weight's on the outside. It has pretty good stamina as well, and it's got a decent amount of upper attack too with these slopes. It competes with Screw with that. Screw hits a little harder in my opinion, but Vulcan has a little more range. And Screw also takes more recoil, which makes Vulcan, it's a trade-off, but Vulcan is still a good wheel. So basically, yeah, Vulcan is the metal wheel. I use Horuseus as the clear wheel, not because of the anime, but because the clear wheel exposes the contact points, which is this blade here and this slope here. If you notice, it's doesn't really obstruct it. Other clear wheels you can use are, I think, Eagle works kind of well, or Aquila, Bixus, Gemios. Though any of like the upper attack that Gemios actually gives is not going to help because it is like sunk into the Vulcan wheel and it won't expose the Gemios heads as much. And let's see what else. Scorpio kind of works. Giraffe. I know Think liked Giraffe way back in the day. I've never actually tried it. And there's one other thing. It's not Herogium. It's slipping my mind at the moment, but there's one other clear wheel that works on it. It might just be Uranus. But Uranus works on like all attack types. So yeah, Vulcan, metal face, Vulcan Horuseus, and then 100. Oops. I picked a bad color for this background, but yeah, 100. It's just a middle short track, meaning that it's shorter than 100 or 105 and like all the 105 variants, but it's taller than 85 and 90. I found that 85 and 90 actually hurt this combo more than help it, because they don't allow it to reach some of the taller opponents it might go up against. And 100 bumps it up to just the level where it works with that. CH120 can also work, but that also decreases its effectiveness against lower combos. And W105 might also work as well. I haven't tried that one specifically versus 100, but I did like 100 when I tried it. And then Metal Flat is I almost called it the driver, the performance dip. It's a Metal Flat. It's good at tornado stalling. If you're not aware, tornado stallers are a much more viable type of combo in Metal Fight than they are in Burst, especially in Limited, just because the most prevalent spin stealing combo is Meteo, and unlike Drain Fafnir and Hell Salamander and Spriggan Requiem, it was not the heaviest part at the time. It's actually lighter than the majority of competitive Limited wheels, so that makes it a lot easier to KO even if you do weak launch it. And in Metal Fight, things cannot self-burst, so that also removes some of the risk of using opposite spin attack against spin stealing combos. So yeah, Meteo is nowhere near as powerful as a pick as Drain Fafnir or Hill Salamander are, meaning that combos with metal attack, or yeah, metal flat, or just whole flat, or extreme flat, non-rubber flat tips for attack are actually viable. So basically, if you keep up with MFB at all, this is more like a limited version of the standard Flash W145 MF combo. So let's go over some of its matchups now. Now we're gonna test out Vulcan 100 MF versus Middle Face Light Earth Sagittario 90 WD, a short stamina combo that you're probably likely to run into at some point in the tournament. For this match, you're going to want to sliding shoot the Vulcan combo for a better chance of KOing Earth. So Vulcan wins 3-1. As you can see, even though it lost one round, it got some pretty solid hits. A few lucky wall saves from Earth. Would have been a 3-0 otherwise. Alright, so next I'm going to be testing against Metal Face Light Meteo El Drago CH120 EWD. This is going to be the most common Meteo setup you'll see in tournaments. Some people like using TR145 or ED145. But I think CH120 is a better option because it gives a better chance against shorter combos, and you can also change the height to 145 to deal with 2-3 combos if you run into it. So the Meteo user is already kind of at a disadvantage because if they launch too weakly, they'll get outspun, but if they launch too strong, they have a better chance of being KO'd. So at first they're probably going to do a moderate launch. So even if the Meteo user catches on and tries to weak launch to absorb the hits, you can still stall them out with Metal Flat, because by the time you get to them they will be too weak to steal any spin from you. And even if you do guess wrong and you do slide and shoot into their weak launch, you still have a decent chance of KOing them. So overall, the sliding shoot is the safest option for this matchup. Or just hitting them into a wall and outspinning them, that works too, I guess. But so another matchup that you're likely to have is against a short defense combo like Metal Face, Jade Horuseus, 90 RB, or Metal Face, Earth Sagittario, 90 CS. Generally against the more defensive, less stamina ones like Jade or Bakushin, you can stall them out, though this becomes a bit more dicey if they have an aggressive performance tip. And against Earth CS, it's a little difficult to KO for Vulcan at the same height, and it is pretty difficult to outspin because Earth and CS have the most stamina out of any of the low track defense setups. Yeah, Jade is relatively easy to outspin. Against Earth, you may just want to go for the KO. Or get KO'd yourself. I'd say that short Earth CS is probably Vulcan MF's hardest matchup. And another tough matchup for this combo is Middle Face, Flame Cancer, TH 220 CS. There's still a KO. Stalling is not the move against this thing unless your opponent has an aggressive CS, because if you stall, you just won't have enough. If they stay in the middle and you stall, then you're not going to have enough stamina to outspin them at that height. But if they have an aggressive CS, you might be able to like catch up to them on the Tornado Rage and KO them. Alright. Okay, so that's 3-2. Let's do some more. Let's redo that. That was like flown off the launcher prongs. So yeah, it's getting some like solid hits. It's a more difficult matchup than most others, but it's not unwinnable. I'd say it's about a 60-40 to Flame. So the last matchup it has is against Attack, and I'm going to try it against let's see, Lightning and Pegasus. Basically, the move against Attack types is always to stall as hard as you can, because either you will outrun them or hopefully you can outrun them if they're on rubber flat. You can stall them out if they're on like RSF or RB attack. You might be able to catch, if they sliding shoot, you might be able to hit them on the Tornado Rage and KO them that way. Depending on what the attack type does, it can be an easy matchup to win or a hard matchup to win, but you definitely have the advantage because it's much more difficult to stall rubber flat under pressure than it is with metal flat. So let's try it against Lightning, because on top of being, like I said, Vulcan is low recoil, and that translates to being with a decent amount of attack. That makes it also pretty good at being anti-attack as well. So now I'm going to test it against Lightning Eldrago CH120RF, the classic Lightning combo, which is still good and limited today. Yeah, this is, overall, versus attack, it's a pretty dicey matchup, but you have a chance if you tornado stall. So overall, Vulcan Horuseus 100 metal flat is a pretty good combo in limited. I think it's kind of like a nice attack stamina hybrid. It's a nice, I guess, safe option to use. But it does require some skill with metal flat, both sliding shoot and tornado stalling it, and knowing how to adjust or how to respond to different matchups. But overall, it's a very versatile combo, and I'm definitely planning on using it in the tournament I'm hosting on August 19th. So in 2018. So definitely expect to see me using some of this then, as well as some other combos that I might make videos on later. And I'll see you guys next time.